The Dark Season Saga by this name here. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name, and I'm dyslexic, so this name is his first book and was sent to me to review. And I'm not going to lie, when I get sent books by authors, especially first books by authors as this is, I get a little hesitant to dive in because it's a first attempt, and without blaming the author at all, your first time's not going to be your best. And if that's the case for this author, I cannot wait to see where he goes from here, because this was an amazingly good first book. I enjoyed this more than Brandon Sanderson's first book, and I'm not saying that this guy's going to be the next Brandon Sanderson, but I'm saying he certainly has a lot of potential, and I only see him going up from here because his writing style sticks out amazingly uniquely among what is currently filling the fantasy genre, and he manages to craft a world here that has a lot of depth, a lot of richness, and a lot of smaller world building, which I really appreciated. And so the world building here is great, and I'm going to give the world building a solid 8 out of 10. There were a couple little nitpicky things I had here and there, but I'd have to spoil stuff to get into it, and I'm not going to be spoiling anything in this review because this is a new book by a lesser-known author, and I want people to pick it up. And if sounds like anything you want, a good, fairly dark, world-build-heavy, good character fantasy book, please pick it up. And I do want to get into character now. The biggest struggle that newer authors have is making their characters feel unique and different and making their traits really stick to them. This book does that beautifully. All the characters feel different. They all have their own motives that are clear but not obviously clear, and none of them fall into cliches that would kind of take you out of the book. And I talked with the author about this and pointed it out, and he said it's something he very deliberately did. He wanted to avoid the book cliches, the fantasy cliches that we're all so used to, and he went out of his way to do it, and it pays off. It doesn't feel forced, it just feels like, hey, they're not here. And I really appreciated that reading this book. I was constantly surprised by the plot. The plot is very naturally flowing and progressive, and people's actions continually make sense. The antagonists and protagonists both really do follow through with what makes logical sense for them to be doing. Even in the best fantasy books, occasionally a villain does something that's just really dumb to just obviously make the plot go forward. I never spotted that in the Dark Season Saga. And the final thing I want to get into here is writing style. The writing style presented here stands out significantly. It is really beautiful to read. I'm going to give the characters a 8 out of 10, and I will give the plot a 7.5 out of 10. I think it all was really well done. I really loved the author's writing style, and I'm going to give the overall book an 8 out of 10. I wanted to bump it up to an 8.5 out of 10 because it is his first book, and I find that so impressive, but that is something that I need to, not do, because it is still just an 8 out of 10 book, which is great for a first-time writing. And I cannot wait to see what this author puts out next. I recently moved yet again, and I will be moving again in about 4 months, but I will be setting up an actual good-looking recording stuff here. It's all getting set up to my right, your left, and I promise I will have better quality videos going up again soon. As always, please like and subscribe, and have a great day.